to say this new chair of the Republican Party, Michael Steele, he's a hard man to read. He says he believes in the individual right to choose an abortion, if that's the way you want to phrase it. He then said, apparently, according to Tony Perkins, the head of Family, whatever the group is, a cultural right group, that it doesn't matter what he thinks. And then he said publicly today, I'm pro-life. What is it, James?
Well, I think fundamentally he's a moderate Republican, and those are the views that he's expressing. But he doesn't have a moderate party that he's supposed to lead. It's a very conservative
party. He represents
so he sees
Arlen Specter, Susan Collins, and Olympia Snowe.
That's it.
The last of the Mohicans. I mean, that's who he represents, right?
Right. Look,
the Eastern Republicans, which is what he is. He's a D.C. Republican in this area, and he represents.
He ran for Senate without mentioning his party,
which is the party which is in deterioration.
There's nothing wrong with him trying to shift his party to a position which would be more popular with independents, but you cannot do that at 9 a.m. and then at 10 a.m. have to backtrack.
He's not allowed. I mean,
that's his problem.
Does he have the authority to move his party?
His credibility is shut to
pieces. Is he just a fundraiser?
He's having trouble doing that too. On message, on organization, and on money, he is not functioning.
Gene, in the last couple of weeks, we've had a dispute around the table here about who is the Republican Party. If Rush Limbaugh is the party, it's basically traveling salesmen, white guys of a certain age who have to sell product on the road and are in their cars between 12 and 3. It's a narrow group, but an important group to our republic. If you're Michael Steele, it's a party of minorities, a part of outreach, of diversity, a Big Tent party. Which is, who's winning the argument, Rush or Michael Steele?
Well, you know, neither. I think the soul of the Republican Party is the conservative Republican congressional delegation. Basically, I think the conservatives in Congress are the leaders of the party de facto, and I think they wish both Rush Limbaugh and Michael Steele would shut up.
Well, who do they want? Bring back Newt? Who is the Republican Party? Palin?
It doesn't exist right now. They need an idea. They need an idea. They need a new purpose and a new strategy. They're not ready. They're retrenching, which is what parties do when they get beat.
Have you noticed that the people on the Hill who control the Republicans on the Capitol Hill, Mitch McConnell and John Boehner, are like doorknobs now? They don't even exist. Yeah. What happened to these people? They're the top people in the party.
You know, if you'd predicted it a couple of years ago, no one would have believed it.
Okay, that disappeared. Thank you, Eugene Robinson. Thank you, Richard Wolffe. A flight from power.